Hi, I'm on site here at Embedded World 2026 on the DigiKey booth, and I'm joined today by Vanja Samuelsson, who is the CEO of Qoitech. And today we're going to be talking about the Qoitech OT product suite. So thank you very much for joining us. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
Day one, so we are really excited to be here.
Excellent. I'll ask you again on day 3 and see how we all feel.
Awesome.
Why don't you start by introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about Qoitech?
Yes, so Vanja Samuelsson, CEO. We're a Swedish company, Qoitech, and we do solutions for developers that provides help with low power measurements and analysis, battery testing, and above all, battery life estimation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of key of our portfolio.
Excellent. So there's a fundamental shift in how products are built with significant implications for the entire test and measurement industry. You know, today's engineers are product integrators, not necessarily specialists. So how is this shift creating new demands on the test and measurement industry, and particularly around power and battery analysis?
Yeah, you're right. They are definitely integrators. So what they're doing, they are rather selecting and putting together rather than sitting down and innovating in a specific details, which means that especially when it comes to the power and battery, it has moved not just from this kind of hardware lab deep specialist into the whole stack. So now the software layers put on top of the hardware are as much making impact on the battery life as anything else, which means they need to take that responsibility, which means that you suddenly need to have test and measurement instruments that are really about having the whole view, the system level view, and really being usable for any type of the engineer, not just that hardcore specialist.
And many developers are relying on off-the-shelf hardware and differentiate through software.
Yeah.
So how does this trend impact the way they approach low power design and battery life optimization?
Yeah, and again, it's all about the stack, and that means that they have a little bit different needs, but there's one key need that they have, which is it needs to be easy.
Yeah.
So, and it needs to be this kind of experience and knowledge about battery and about low power needs to be delivered to them. They do not have time to kind of sit and become these experts within the measurement, and that's the shift that we're seeing.
Okay, and battery performance is obviously, you know, a make or break factor in product success.
Sure.
Yeah, as you say, most engineers don't have the time to become experts. So how does your OT product suite bridge that gap?
So we are approaching it differently to what traditionally test and measurement instrument is doing. We are gathering all these different features and all these different types of usage that you need to have to actually optimize for low power and for long battery life, and putting them in something that is packaged in a very kind of looking very simple, but being very competent at what it does. To approach the developers to tell them this is not scary for you. You know, you can do this, and you don't have to be the full-blown expert to do so. So the whole suite is built in such a way to really accommodate for the system level thinking and for the full stack development.
Excellent. So tell us more about the battery toolbox. So it's a software license that enables developers to test and validate batteries for their specific product use cases. So what makes this so unique?
It is unique because of the approach, I would say. Really much so that you can kind of pick and choose, customize your workflow around low power, whether you are now hardware engineer or you are embedded engineer or you as a team are automating all these measurements. So all our toolboxes are created in a way. And battery toolboxes specifically is special because, you know, anything with battery is considered to be very complex.
Yes.
And it is mostly complex. What we are trying to do is take that complexity and kind of put it behind so you don't have to really think about it, but you use only and you're served only the good bits and pieces that you can utilize in your product development. So we're trying to make something very complex into as simple as possible. And that's what OT battery toolbox is all about. And actually anything in our portfolio.
Fantastic. And obviously here at the show this week, you are showcasing a new battery life estimation feature. How does this deliver more accurate results than existing estimation tools?
So normally, I would say, since it's very complex, people either go into like a big lab testing, which is expensive and really not available to everybody, or they go the easy road, which is simple Excel sheet estimation. You take like a peak capacity divided with the battery capacity divided with the current average current, and you're kind of good to go. But there's no such a thing as a typical, user case or typical performance. There are all these corner cases. And what this does actually, or these features do, is that they allow you to profile the batteries for your specific usage, which means you're matching then the performance of your device, the actual user case, with the right battery, and then estimating battery life on top as a result of that, giving it much more realistic value that you can then present to your customer. Mm-hmm. So that's something that hasn't been done. We haven't seen anything around it, and we're really proud to be able to really give this to our customers to perform this type of quite advanced test that they don't have to really look into, but they can just utilize that.
Fantastic. And obviously DigiKey has recently added the software toolboxes to its offering.
Exactly.
So what does this wider availability mean for your users and your market reach?
Same approach. Because of the shift, we are seeing more people, of course, wanting to use these type of tools. And DigiKey is all about accessibility. It's a huge platform, and we really want to make sure that our customers can find this. We're Swedish. We talk always about like a Swedish smorgasbord, which means we want them to have these pieces to customize the workflow that is needed for each individual or the team in the actual company. Mm-hmm. So, and DigiKey is, like I said, a great platform for us to reach these type of companies.
Excellent, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
So looking ahead then, are there any additional features that you're looking to offer in the product suite?
Oh, absolutely. Our aim is that our portfolio is going to be constantly evolving and really having this kind of red thread, which is all about usability and how in a really light and coherent way do some complex things. And of course, fast way, because nobody has the time to become the expert. The expertise today is expected to be delivered to you, and we are embracing that trend, we are embracing that shift, and that's how our portfolio is going to look like.
Fantastic. And with the rapid pace of innovation, I think that's a great lineup that you're offering. So thank you very much for taking the time to tell us about it, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you
too.